I got done working 12-hour shift. I'd actually just got back from Iraq. I did a tour in Iraq from 2008, 2009. I was driving and I saw headlights coming across from the outside lane coming toward me. And I was driving and I saw them still coming toward me. And then I realized, okay, this car is either drifting off or it's going to hit me. So I literally swerved at the last minute, and he actually hit the person that was right behind me. And I was off duty in my personal car. I pulled over and I started walking back, and I remember seeing the cars. I remember seeing everybody stopped on the roadway. Several people that are just stopped in the roadway, not knowing exactly what to do because they're scared to walk up and see what, you know, as a police officer you see on a daily basis. I walked toward that first car, and I looked at her and I saw the airbag, you know, had deployed, but she was motionless. I reached down and you know, her arm still feels warm, and reaching down and feeling her pulse and not feeling anything, it's very disheartening. And I went off to the ditch where I remember vividly a green Ford Explorer, and going in there and then looking, and I was trying to find him and I couldn't find him. Where the airbag was, well, he didn't have a seatbelt on. He was actually plastered to the top of the roof. He was going so fast that when he hit it, it threw him up, and his body was stuck up like against the roof, and the car was mangled to the point where it held him up there where he was at. And I remember another off-duty officer, he was going to work at Mustang Ridge PD, which is literally just down the road. In the most unexpected moments, you don't know what to do. It kind of just hits you. And it's like, what do I do next? And I saw that in his face. It's like, I'm going to work. I didn't expect to run into this right now, right here. And so I went in there and I kind of opened the back door, and I reached up and I found his hand, and the other guy, I tried to feel for his pulse too. And again, just a warm hand inside your hand, and you're just hoping, okay, come on. Trying to be as quiet as you can, trying to hear the pulse, trying to feel the pulse, and there's nothing. And getting out and having to make that phone call to 911 yourself when it's like, I am the police, and just having to wait. Usually you're in the other seat showing up to try to help, but being in the other shoes, sitting there and saying, okay, this is the longest 5 minutes, longest 10 minutes of my life, waiting for somebody to come help you, try to take care of what needs to be done. I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep for probably 24, 36 hours because I'd been up for so long, and that jolt of adrenaline, that jolt of everything going through my body, it just kept me up. It actually kind of felt like it took me back to being in Iraq, where the first time I got shot at, the first time we got grenades thrown at us. It took me back to that place where my body was up and I was back in this offensive, defensive mode where I'm like, am I in the right place? I thought I was home. Even till this day, when I'm driving, if I see headlights coming toward me, I just still get that little sixth sense, and hair comes up on the back of my neck. And you know, I think of that day back to 2009. I feel like we make an arrest for DWI, that we're saving somebody's life, either it's somebody that they might have hit or killed, or we're saving themselves. And when I got into this job, my number one thing was I wanted to help people. And coming off patrol and going to DWI, I feel like every time I make an arrest or even just educate somebody who's not intoxicated but they've been drinking, it was helping people.